Good evening. Welcome to our Spring Sports Awards program. Hopefully, this will be the last time we need to wear masks in school, and hopefully, this will be the last virtual Sports Awards night. Sports were back to normal for most of the part this spring, and the hope is that the fall season will be normal. All right, let's get back to some of the unbelievable achievements this spring. First up, our BHS CIAC CAS Scholar Athlete Award winners. Jenna's up. Jacob Lindsay, congratulations. We secured 5 conference titles this year: softball, baseball, girls track, girls golf, and boys tennis. Congratulations to a successful season. We also had, in the wintertime, I was not available to make my presentation, but our CCC tournament champions of ice hockey. Class MM girls track placed 3rd with 5 all-state award winners. And Coach Susi will talk about those award winners. We also placed 2nd in our girls golf Division II state tournament. Our girls state open golf tournament, Libby Dunn won the entire state open. Unbelievable. Kenna Rowan finished in the top 10. Boys golf placed 4th in Division II state tournament. And just recently, this past weekend, our baseball team finished 2nd in the Class L tournament. Out of all these great moments, the one thing that I saw this year that made me so proud as a director of athletics here at Berlin High School is the resilience of our teams, that never-say-die attitude, that competitive nature and willingness to leave it all out on the field, and doing so in a fierce and respectful manner that represents all of our students here at Berlin High School. I applaud all of our coaches for their ability to overcome many challenging circumstances, being flexible on a daily basis where things were challenging and changing by the minute. Practice plans, procedures, etc. These coaches did an unbelievable job by efficiently and effectively communicating throughout the course of the year with our players, athletes, and parents. Our direct line from myself to the coaches, to the parents, athletes were great, and I was thrilled that information was able to get to the parents in a timely manner. Before we get to the coaches and their presentations, I would like to thank a few people that have helped make this spring season such a success. I call it a success because we're able to compete to our fullest. People do not realize how much work goes beyond the scenes and behind the scenes to make interscholastic sports such a huge success here at BHS. To our superintendent, Brian Benigni, and our principal, Eileen Eustace, thank you for the support throughout the course of the year. Thank you to Ash, our head custodial staff, and his custodial staff, Steve Wood, foreman of Parks and Grounds, and Jen Ochoa, director of Parks and Recs. The custodial staff and grounds crew getting our fields prepared during the summer months, spring months, throughout the fall, winter time, it's been unbelievable. A final thank you that goes out to our booster representatives for all the help throughout the course of the year. I've talked to many student athletes about some of the challenges and circumstances we faced and that we've overcome this season. I'm extremely proud of how you represented Berlin this season. The fight, determination, competitiveness showed in all of the teams this year. In short, well done. Our Spring Scholar Athlete Award winners. For the girls, congratulations to Casey Yoriga. For the boys, we have Jacob Lindsay. Congratulations to both. Coaches, thank you, all of you. Whether you were a veteran coach, young coach, just a great group of individuals who would do anything for your athletes. They made this season a positive and productive one. We all worked extremely well together to resolve issues, especially COVID-related issues, in a logical manner to help benefit student athletes here at Berlin High School. Parents, you're a big part of this program. Your class on the sidelines, whom you cheer for, what you say, whom you say it to. Athletes hear you, opposing coaches hear you, and opposing fans hear you. Thank you for conducting yourself in a way that represents Berlin in such a positive light. Please continue your passion for sports in a way that promotes positive encouragement for your sons and daughters. I didn't realize this when I was in your shoes, high school athletes, or even collegiate athletes, as some of you will be moving forward towards. But please take a moment, athletes. Thank your mom, dad, neighbor, guardians, grandparents, whomever helped you get to this point to compete at the high school level and beyond. Whether it's those simple car rides to and from practice or seeing your family in the stands, they are a part of what makes being a Berlin athlete special here in Berlin. It is important to salute and acknowledge all those sacrifices by your parents and family members to help you get to this point and help you succeed. On behalf of the coaches, administration, myself, we'd like to offer our congratulations to each student athlete. Also, a big thank you to parents, friends of athletics, teachers, coaches who have guided and encouraged your student athletes along the way. Just some important dates moving forward for this summer. We are going to have one sports night that encompasses all sports, August 25th. That will be our sports awards night. No longer will we have a fall, winter, and spring. One sports night for the entire community, August 25th here at the high school. After the July 4th weekend, registration on Family ID will be open, and I can promise you that the website over the summer, there's going to be some changes and it'll be a little bit more user-friendly. Your awards and plaques can be picked up in the main office starting tomorrow. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Take care. See you all in the fall. Have a great summer, everybody.
Hello, Coach Velius here at Berlin Baseball. I'd like to first thank our assistant coaches, Frank Naples, C.J. Monroe, and assistant volunteer coach, Tony Santoro. Without their invaluable help and dedication to Berlin Baseball, we wouldn't be very successful. Thank you very much. Thanks to Dave Francolangia. During our COVID year, it was very difficult for everyone. Everything was done online, and we had to wear masks. The kids had to wear masks. Very difficult situation, but we seemed to get through it. I'd like to talk a little bit about our regular season. We were 17-3 in a 20-game schedule. We were the CCC South Division champions. We placed 5 members of our squad on the CCC All-Star team. And those members were Connor Gilo, pitcher, Matt Kozak, pitcher, Casey Ouellette was infielder, Sal DeStoli was an infielder and catcher, and Jamie Palmise. Jamie also was selected as a junior to play in this year's State Junior Select All-Star game, which will be played, I believe, this Wednesday. We have 3 major awards that we give every year. We give 2 Red Coat Awards, 1 offense, 1 defense, and our Coaches Award, who goes to our most valuable player. The Pitching Award, which is our defensive award, goes to Connor Gilo. Connor had 1 save, 4 wins, unfortunately lost the game in the state finals this year, but his record was impeccable when it came to strikeouts to walk ratio, and he had a .62 earned run average, which is unheard of. Absolutely tremendous. Our offensive award goes to Jamie Palmise, our junior outfielder, was our leading hitter, stole 21 bases, and he had 19 RBIs. Great player. Last award that we have to give is our Coaches Award, our MVP, and that also goes to Jamie Palmise. He was the guy that made our team go. He was our leadoff hitter. When he was clicking pretty well, things went pretty well for us. Overall, our season ended up 21 wins and 4 losses, unfortunately losing in the state finals. But a great accomplishment for a lot of kids that never had varsity experience this year. We had 2 kids, Nick Melville, our captain, and Justin Piskorski, our shortstop, and field general on in the infield. The only people that had varsity experience coming back from this year. So all in all, this club did a marvelous job winning all the games that they did, getting to the state finals, and it was a great year. Unfortunately, we lost, but the kids did a super job, and I'm very proud of them. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. I would like to take a moment to thank Dave, Adrian, and the Booster Club for all their support this and every year. I would also like to recognize a great group of assistants who have been a tremendous help this season. My coaching staff is comprised of Joy Cooper and Mike Bannon, who both did an incredible job of pushing us to achieve everything we were able to accomplish this season. This year, the varsity softball team finished the regular season with a record of 19-1 and finished the regular season by winning our last 15 regular season games. The ascending streak resulted in our successfully finishing as champions of the CCC South and as the #1 seed in the inaugural CCC softball tournament with a perfect 16-0 CCC regular season record. It was a real honor to coach and watch this group of athletes compete and grow as ball players and, more importantly, as people. To the 7 seniors who are leaving the program, you will be greatly missed, and we as coaches appreciate more than we could ever say just how much you have done to continue to make Berlin softball an amazing team that we are very fortunate to be able to coach. We have 4 awards to give away this year. My first award is the first Red Coat Award winner for Best Defensive Player of 2021. This award is a bit of a misnomer, as this senior was truly a 5-tool all-around star for us. Defensively speaking, this athlete had 29 putouts and 1 assist while committing only 1 error. Those stats didn't really tell the story, though, as she made more spectacular catches in the outfield than I have seen in a very long time. In addition, this athlete batted .524 and scored 30 runs, all stats that elevated her to both all-conference and all-state status this year. Our defensive award recipient is senior Casey Uriga. My second award is the award for Best Offensive Player of 2021. This award is being given to a senior who was a major catalyst for our offense this past season. This season, she batted .508 with 7 doubles, 5 triples, 5 home runs, 25 runs scored, and 32 RBIs. These stats also elevated her to all-conference and all-state status this season. Our offensive award recipient is senior Kylie Lanteri. My third award is the Red Coat Award, designated this year for leadership. This senior is a 4-year starter and a 3-year captain, the first athlete to ever hold that honor in this program's history. As our shortstop, this athlete batted .407 this season with 11 extra base hits, including 2 home runs and 21 RBIs, while also scoring 27 runs. This athlete was also recognized for her performance this year by being selected to the all-conference team. This athlete is a tremendous leader, and I know she will carry on that role as she continues her athletic career at the next level. Our Red Coat Award recipient is senior Jenna Zupp. My fourth and final award is the Coaches Award for Team MVP. This senior is a 4-year starter for us. As our pitcher, this athlete batted .425 this season with 3 extra base hits and 12 RBIs. What earns her this award, however, are not only those stats, but also her pitching ability. This regular season, this athlete went 18-1 with a 2.25 ERA, giving up only 39 earned runs with 143 strikeouts. This athlete was also recognized for her performance this year by being selected to the all-conference team. It will be very strange next year calling pitches to a different athlete on the mound. Our Coaches Award recipient is senior Stephanie Poulin. Thank you, and have a good evening.
This season was quite a unique experience for us all. It was a great learning experience for us as well. We started our season with a hard-fought game and went on to the playoffs. We learned a little history of the game and got back to basics. We will continue to build this team now that we have a little bit of a foundation. The potential for this program is limitless. I'm referring to this year's Coaches Award as the Keeper of the Game Award. It was earned by the player that best exemplifies why the game was created and how it is meant to be played. That player is Claire McGeever. Her relentless pursuit to improve is what this program is all about. This year's Red Coat Award has been earned by Lindsay Leary. No matter the circumstances, she maintained the highest expectations of herself and made other players better. This year's Offensive Player Award has been earned by Carly Grega. With more than 60 goals, she has earned the respect of the league. Teams learned quickly that they had to develop strategies to attempt to stop her. This year's Defensive Player Award has been earned by Jenna Peck. She improved all season to become the player that I relied on to neutralize any offensive threat during our games. This team will miss our graduating seniors, but will benefit from their contributions.
Good evening. I'm Scott Rossi, and I'm pleased to have the opportunity to speak on behalf of the boys lacrosse program here at Berlin High School. I'd like to start by thanking the people behind the scenes who put coaches and players in a position to have success throughout the school year and during the season. Our AD, Dave Frankelangia, the assistant to the AD, Michelle Loveland, the Booster Club, athletic trainer Adrienne, our technology specialist Nick Smith, our amazing parent volunteers who provided the boys with waters, Gatorades, and snacks at every game, home and away, and of course my incredible assistant head coach, Tyler Kratos. And our senior leaders, Ryan Brockle, Gavin Jordan, John McGeever, Trevor Miano, Cole Primo, Connor Richards, Justin Skates. Thanks a lot, guys. This year, the boys lacrosse team entered uncharted waters. Due to our program's long-term success in the CCC South, we were promoted and invited to play up in the CCC North. Facing consistently stronger competition within the conference and lining up against CCC powerhouses like Glastonbury and Simsbury gave our team the exposure and experience we needed to improve and have future success in the Class M state tournament. Regardless of our 4-12 record, this year's group was relentless and competitive on the field. The team truly enjoyed being around each other and built upon smaller successes and slowly improved throughout the season. Coach Kratos and I are extremely proud of them for their efforts on and off the field. Next, I'd like to announce our Berlin High School Boys Lacrosse Award recipients. Our first award is the Coaches Award. The Coaches Award is given to the player who exhibits strong leadership qualities and goes above and beyond the expectations of his teammates and coaches. This individual holds himself and his teammates to a higher standard and helps himself and others reach their full potential. This season's Coaches Award recipient is John McGeever. Our 2 Red Coat Awards are given to our statistical leaders on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. You'll hear more about our Red Coat Award winners and their impressive numbers in just a moment, but first I would like to share the names of the winners of our 2 Red Coat Awards. On offense, our overall points leader and our first Red Coat Award recipient is Danny Veronese. On defense, our statistical leader in ground balls and caused turnovers is Bryce Rubiak. Congratulations to all 3 young men on their tremendous achievements this season. In closing, I'll announce our all-conference selections for the 2021 season. The following young men were recognized as all-conference players for their efforts and abilities on the field by coaches throughout the CCC. These Redcoats were considered some of the best players at their position within the conference. At attack, Dan Veronese. Dan finished the season leading the team with 31 total points. He led the team with 29 goals and also added 2 assists. He was our go-to offensive threat and finisher, often working against the opposition's best defenseman. Regardless of the challenge, Danny's fearless approach to his position and the time he puts in on his own have helped him develop into an offensive weapon. At short stick defensive midfield, John McGeever. John was a tireless worker with a motor like I've never seen. He was always on the field for us. He was an excellent defender and a great transitional player with 76 ground balls and 12 caused turnovers. John also added 10 goals and led the team with 10 assists. He was truly a rare two-way threat at the midfield position on both sides of the ball. At long stick midfield, Bryce Rubiak. Bryce is a fierce competitor who makes his presence known right away when he steps on the field. He's a true student of the game and is constantly looking to improve. Bryce led the team in all defensive categories with 127 ground balls, 53 caused turnovers. What makes Bryce truly special, though, is his ability to generate offense with a long pole. He was second in scoring on the team with 12 goals and also second on the team in assists with 8. Other teams always made it a point to know where Bryce was on the field at all times. At defense, Trevor Miano. There wasn't a player on the field this season who played with more toughness or heart. After suffering a terrible injury that required surgery during the offseason, Trevor worked tirelessly to rehab and get himself into game shape for the season. Incredibly, he only missed the first 3 games of the season and still managed to put up respectable numbers. With 11 ground balls and 12 caused turnovers, Trevor was our rock on defense. He's a gritty, physical force in front of the net and truly embraces the team and individual challenges associated with being a close defender. This concludes the boys lacrosse segment of our Spring Sports Awards night. Thank you all so much for supporting our young student athletes, and have a great night. Thank you.
Hi, my name is John Lyon. I'm the Berlin golf coach, and this is my last year coaching. So I'd like to say goodbye to Berlin. Thank them for the opportunity to coach. It's been great. I feel like I've had all the support I needed to get things done, and I've learned on the job, and I thank Berlin for giving me that opportunity. I'd also like to thank Timberland and Mark Bayram in particular for the support they've shown. I think that the course has been wonderful. It's a wonderful course for developing young golfers. The town has given them the opportunity to grow and play, and Mark has been very supportive in affording us takes care of all our needs, affording us the opportunity to play out there and whatnot. And so heartfelt thanks to Berlin and to Mark for that. I'd also like to thank my assistant coach, Bill Ferrero. I feel Bill's just offered tremendous support to me and also to the program. I appreciate the advice he's given me. I appreciate him giving me confidence when I needed it, offering suggestions when I needed those. It's been a great match in my opinion, and I thank him. I think the kids he's developed a great rapport with the kids. They appreciate him for all his the help he gives them with their swings and whatnot, and he's immeasurably helped the program developing the JVs and whatnot. And again, Bill, thank you so much for all you've done for me. I really appreciate it. Obviously, this year, COVID was a problem. We were a young team, and we needed to develop from there. But I hate the idea that we were rebuilding or something like that. I mean, we finished we were at the end of the year, we were ranked 13th in the state. We finished 4th at the conference tournament, which when you consider we're Division II and there's Division I teams, that's a great showing. We finished 4th at the state tournament, but yet we were young. I mean, when I say that, a great example of that was Terrence Dornfried, who is our Redcoat winner, and in some ways he's the heart and spirit of the team. He never played a competitive match, and yet Terrence showed up and had a great season. He was all CCC tournament team. He was all conference, and he just is indicative of what happened with us as a team. He's a sophomore. He never played as a freshman, obviously, and then he grew into a player. Braden Shea is another great example. He was a junior, but he wasn't on the team as a freshman. He learned what it means to play competitive. He knew how to play competitive golf, but he didn't know how to play in the competitive golf matches at the high school. He ended up being all conference and shot a 76 at the state tournament with a great showing. Other players that sort of show this development, Jacob Wagner, Josh Braun, Mike Deegan, and Tommy Lewis, all players that played some varsity matches for us and yet never had the experience. So it was just a very learning process, you know, and we grew as a team. And some of the highlights, for example, were Ty Glastonbury, who at the time was ranked 3rd in the state. Very strong team. And we tied them in the match. We had other great showings. We, for example, winning the PISC with a great score of 288, which was a really good showing. It showed how much we'd grown as a team. There's no way I would have ever imagined we could have shot that at the start of this season. So I think that sort of shows the youth. On the other hand, we had the veteran, Jacob Lindsay, who was a great star for us. He was our ace in the hole, and I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about what a great career he had. He was, every year he played, he was all state, he was all conference. As I think about, he's certainly one of the best golfers I've ever coached. When you talk about my starting five for a golf team, he's definitely on my starting five. He's arguably on Berlin's starting five, which if you think about is a great accomplishment given all the state championships that golf has won and all the great golfers that have come through this program. Jacob is certainly in that conversation for that five. He would be on the team, a team for sure, and would play his way in if he wasn't a guaranteed starter. And I think I just can't say enough about his leadership, his camaraderie with the other players, his interaction with me. From the very start, I've always felt a bond with Jacob, and I thank him for that, and I wish to truly honor him here with as a great Berlin golfer, and hopefully everybody in Berlin appreciates that. In closing, as I look at my notes, I'd like to say goodbye. Thank you, Berlin. I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss the opportunity. It's been a wonderful 13 years.
Hello everyone, my name is Jim Barnes. I'm the head coach of the Berlin girls golf team. I'm happy to be here today to tell you a little bit about our season and present some year-end awards. The girls had an exceptional campaign this year. Our regular season record was 15 wins against only 3 losses. We are the CCC South Division Conference champions, PISC tournament champions, and we finished the regular season as the number 2 ranked Division II golf team in the state. We competed in the state tournament where we finished second and received runners-up state champions recognition. From an individual's perspective, our senior captain, Rachel Varley, and sophomores Libby Dunn and Kenna Roman were named to the CCC All-Conference team. Based on their performance during the regular season and at the state tournament, both Libby Dunn and Kenna Roman were named to the All-State team. Libby and Kenna also qualified for the Connecticut State Open Tournament, where only the top high school players in the state are invited to play. This past Saturday, both Libby and Kenna played in the Open and finished in the top 10. Libby had an incredible day and topped everyone in the field by finishing first and taking home medalist honors. The following girls have earned all academic honors this year for their performance on the golf course and in the classroom. Molly Brett, Rachel Varley, Libby Dunn, Emma Nagel, Kenna Roman, and Molly Sesniak. Now for our Red Coat and Coaches Awards. I've always given the Red Coat Award to the player that best exemplifies the goals of our golf program. Simply put, we want the girls to have fun and become better golfers. This young lady checked both boxes in a big way. She always came to practice happy, positive, and enthusiastic. She was a great teammate. Her hard work ultimately earned her a position in our varsity starting lineup. This year's Red Coat Award goes to Molly Sesniak. When deciding our Coaches Award winner, I always ask myself what player has meant the most to our team's success. In most years, that answer to the question is pretty obvious, but not this year. Our golf team was blessed with 2 of the best high school players in Connecticut. In our 16 regular season matches this year, 1 or both of these girls claimed medalist honors an amazing 15 times. This year we have 2 Coaches Awards, and they go to Libby Dunn and Kenna Roman. Finally, to our graduating seniors, Molly Brett, Jessica Nappy, and Rachel Varley. It's been great having you on the team all these years. We wish you nothing but the very best. You will be missed. In wrapping up, I want to thank all of our parents and guardians of the girls on this year's team. You've done a fine job and should be very proud of these young ladies. To my assistant coach, Ed Kimling, Ed, thank you. You're an incredible coaching partner. And finally, I want to thank our athletic director and his partner, Dave and Michelle. You guys have been awesome. Take care, everybody, and have a great summer.
First off, I'd like to recognize the contributions of our assistant coach, Mr. Zagorski, who will be leaving the team after several seasons coaching our throwers. The throwing team has always worked hard under Mr. Zagorski. Thanks for his organization and careful planning. Thank you, Mr. Zagorski. The boys track team enjoyed a fairly successful 2021 season, compiling a 3-3-1 record in the CCC South Division. However, if track meets were determined by the size of the team, we'd have won every meet, as we were the largest boys track team in the CCC South, definitely a sign of good things to come. The team was led by its 6 seniors, Chris Bantle, Tim Lewis, Matt Tierney, Tyler Barber, and Kieran Peterson, and Mike Barnett, who incidentally looked great in our brand new uniforms. A large and enthusiastic freshman and sophomore class really seemed to enjoy the first year running track if participation in the 4x400 meter relay can be used to gauge enthusiasm. Our small but experienced team of juniors also achieved many of their personal goals during this season, and I'm looking forward to next year to see what they can accomplish. And now I'd like to recognize our all-conference athletes from BHS. Our all-CCC South athletes are Tim Lewis and Tyler Barber. Congratulations to both of you. And now for our major team recognition awards. The Coaches Award. This year's Coaches Award goes to a senior who was the most valuable to his team. Value is always a judgment call, and this year the Coaches Award goes to a boy whose contributions was a combination of leadership and meet statistics. Our MVP was Tyler Barber. Tyler recruited and instructed an entire pole vault team, which at one point included 10 athletes. Tyler's enthusiasm, support, and leadership made it a fun and successful season for many of our younger BHS pole vaulters. Tyler's personal goals took a back seat to the team's goals this year, even though he scored over 60 points and was second in the pole vault at the CCC Divisional Championships. Unfortunately, state qualification eluded him this year. Thank you, Tyler, for your contributions to a team this year. Good luck in the future. And the Red Coat Award. This year's Red Coat Award goes to a senior who was a leader on our team, both statistically and emotionally. Tim Lewis was basically an assistant coach to the distance team. I knew that I could just give the distance group a workout, and Tim would supplement it with appropriate core work and warm-up work and warm-down work. Tim also enjoyed a personal success this season, setting personal bests in the 1600 and helping the 4x800 meter relay team reach the state Class MM meet. Tim was a leader in every sense of the word, and we wish him the best of luck in the future. Congratulations. Thank you.
I'd like to start by thanking all the athletes, parents, and coaches involved in our girls outdoor track program for another fantastic season. I'd like to thank Athletic Director Dave Francolangia for all his support. I'd like to thank the boosters for their continued support, and finally our coaching staff. Boys coaches Hanbury and Zagorski, volunteer coach John Ladd, and assistant Brian Foreman. They all put in a lot of hours and fully commit to making our track program successful. I'd like to recognize and thank our seniors, Gabby Foster, Jaden Paldino, Megan and Saren Parada, and Noelle Conier. They will all be missed next year and have had a very successful 4 years at BHS. I wish them all the best as they move into the next stage of their lives and or running careers. Our team had a fantastic year. They finished with a regular season record of 14-0, won the CCC South Team Championship for the 3rd straight year, and placed 3rd in the CIAC Class MM. 2 of our relays were state champions, winning the 4x800 meter relay and the 4x400 meter relay. First set of individual award winners I would like to recognize are for all conference. We had 13 girls this year earn all conference status. The number of girls that placed 1st or 2nd in conference championships this year shows what a balanced team we had. Rose Foss, Noelle Conier, Megan Parada, Jaden Paldino, Taylor Demaray, Christy Morley, Kristen Kozlowski, Jenna Wenzel, Bailey Baklaski, Gabby Foster, Claudia Jankovic, Margaret Taylor, and Alyssa Wenzel were all named All-CCC. We also had 5 girls named to the All-State Track and Field team. To be named All-State in track, you must be a state champion in your event. There is no voting. Our 4x800 meter relay team of Jaden Paldino, Jenna Wenzel, Taylor Demaray, and Megan Parada won the Class MM championship with a time of 9:51.16, beating Bethel by 0.02 of a second. Our 4x400 meter relay team of Christy Morley, Jenna Wenzel, Jaden Paldino, and Megan Parada won the Class MM title in a BHS all-time number 2 time of 4 minutes, 4 seconds, .55. Congratulations, girls, on the excellent performances, and they will continue to represent Berlin at the East Coast Championships in Edison, New Jersey on June 23rd. We're awarding a Captain's Award this year. This award was chosen by our captains as the person they felt showed the combination of performance, spirit, competitiveness, teamwork, and commitment to our program. The winner scored 107 points this year in events ranging from the 100 meters to long jump and 300 meter hurdles. She competed in all 3 relays at one point or another during the season. She earned all CCC in both the 4x100 meter relay and the 300 meter hurdles. She earned All-State in the 4x400 meter relay. The captains this year chose Christy Morley as their winner. Congrats on a great season. Our Red Coat Award winner this year goes to Bailey Baklaski. Bailey showed that she always has a positive attitude, is willing to compete in any event, and has shown a huge improvement in her performances across the many different events she competes in. She scored 102.25 points this season, competing in the 100 meters, 200 meters, 4x100 meter relay, high jump, javelin, and pole vault. She was all CCC this year in both the 200 meters and 4x100 meter relay. We're looking forward to a successful senior year for her in 2022. Congrats, Bailey. Final two awards this year are the Coaches Awards. This award is often thought of as an MVP of the single season. Noelle Conier and Megan Parada have been in that category in conversation over the entirety of their careers at BHS in multiple sports. They have a combined regular season record covering cross-country, indoor, and outdoor track of 95 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie, bringing 9 team CCC championships. Their teams have finished top 5 in the state 8 out of 9 times. They have brought state championships in the 4x100 meter relay, 4x400 meter relay, and 4x800 meter relays, as well as representing BHS at 2 national championships. Individually, their accomplishments are no less impressive. Noelle scored 154 points this season and accumulated 312 points over her career. She was all-conference 4 times and all-state in 2018. Megan scored 179.25 points this season, 365 overall, was all-conference 8 times and all-state 2 times in 2021. Megan holds school records in the 4 individual events, 600 meters, 800 meters, 1,000 meters, and the indoor 1,600 meters. Both girls will continue representing BHS as they bring their skills to their college choices to continue their track and field careers. Megan will be competing for UConn and Noelle for UHeart starting this fall. I want to wish them both the best of luck, thank them for all their hard work, commitment, and dedication over the last 4 years, and let them know that I will be following their careers over the next 4 years as a fan. Congrats to all BHS teams on a successful and somewhat normal spring season, and looking forward to 2021-2022 athletic seasons at BHS.
This was an exciting year for boys tennis since we started the year with no seniors and only 2 returning players from the previous year, yet we still accomplished winning the CCC South, being undefeated within that division. With that accomplishment came 6 all-conference awards, given to Justin Padavina, our captain and #1 singles player, Charles Pinchera, our #2 singles player, John Cofrancesco, our #3 singles player, Jacob Furland, our #4 singles player, Marco Marino, a #1 doubles player, and Griffin Hilby, a #2 doubles player. With the great help from my captain, Justin Padavina, and others, we were able to expand our roster this year considerably. Every player on our team, whether experienced or not, improved throughout the season. And that is what I am most proud of regarding the several accomplishments our team had. Next year looks bright with every player coming back and healthy competition within the team striving to better their position within the ranking system we have developed. The other awards to be presented this year are the Coaches Award, given to Justin Padavina, our captain, of course, who was a great help to me throughout the year with organization, recruiting, etc. The Red Coat Award goes to Marco Marino, who was our leader for enthusiasm and keeping the guys upbeat and their spirits up, which was important through the year. What I call the Hustler Award goes to Gavin Foster, who seemed to never tire, loving the running and keeping a smile on his face every day. And last but not least is the Dedication Award, given to Charles Pinchera, who was at nearly every practice early and getting right to work to better his game. He asked questions and showed interest on improving every day. I am proud of all of our players, and it was a privilege to work with all of them and all of you. Work hard in the off season, and I look forward to next spring.
Hello, my name is Andrew Thurston, and I'm the head coach of the girls tennis team. I want to start off by thanking all the staff that led to this being a successful athletic and academic year. Countless people worked countless hours to give the kids the opportunity to play this year, and for that we are very grateful. I would also like to give a special thanks to Mr. Frankelangia for his support this year, as well as Mr. Pires for all the work he put in for the athletic department. Our team had a very strong year, finishing 10-7. We finished second in the CCC South Division and had 6 all-conference performers: Katie Sparmer, Olivia Selina, Victoria Petruha, Maddie Palamise, Susan Wisniewski, and Emily Wisniewski. Our seniors led the way this year, with all 10 seniors capturing multiple individual wins for the team. Despite not having a ton of previous varsity match experience, they showed the hard work and patience they have exercised over the last 4 years and played like true veterans. With that hard work, they qualified for the state tournament and had a solid performance against an eventual semifinal team. Our first award this year is the Red Coat Award. This award goes to Victoria Petruha. Throughout her years with the team, and especially this year, Victoria showed a fire to win, a desire to learn, and a motivation to help the team at all costs. She fought through injuries and balanced a busy schedule to make sure she always performed at the highest level possible. She is a great example of what a red coat should be. Our second award is the Coaches Award, and it goes to Katie Sparmer. As one of our 3 captains, Katie always set the tone of what was expected for our team. She was an extremely coachable player. Katie showed an incredible ability to listen and implement new skills. She grew all the way to our #1 singles position and approached every match with a steady mind. She is exactly the type of player that coaches dream of coaching. Our third award is our Young Leader Award. This goes to a player outside of the seniors who showed great leadership through the year. This year's winner is Abby Cutler. Not only did Abby make great strides in her own game this year, but she helped those around her as well. Abby could often be found cheering on her teammates or helping them with serves and shots during practice. Overall, Abby was a great asset to our team as a player, but also as a leader. Our final award is the Unsung Hero Award, and it goes to Emily Kalinsky. Emily started this year searching for a spot in the lineup and ended the year with the most wins out of anyone on the team. She demonstrated a steady, intelligent game, as well as a great chemistry with her doubles partner. She knows how to keep things light and fun while still being a fierce competitor. She's an important member of this team that will be greatly missed moving forward. I'd like to say a final thank you to the whole team for the work and discipline they showed over the year. You did not let any obstacles stand in your way, and you were an incredible group to coach. Congrats to all of the athletes, parents, coaches, and staff on a successful spring season. Thank you.
My name is Tony Betrimus. I am the president of the Berlin High School Athletic Booster Association. On behalf of the Athletic Boosters, I would like to congratulate all the spring student athletes on completing the spring 2021 season. Though the COVID pandemic may have changed your season, your dedication and commitment to your sport was made known, and we are immensely proud of you all. I would also like to thank all of the spring sports coaches and Athletic Director Dave Frankelangia for working hard and making the spring sports season such a great success. Thank you. To the juniors or seniors who have participated in 3 years of your sport, the Athletic Booster Association is presenting you with a sweatshirt award. This sweatshirt will be distributed to you by your team booster rep. This is a long-standing tradition at Berlin High School, and we are happy to continue it. The Athletic Boosters are a parent-run organization dedicated to the support of the student athletes of Berlin High School. Through the efforts of the parents to fundraise by holding car washes, selling raffle tickets, selling discount cards, and holding fundraising events, we can pay for these sweatshirts, provide for championship plaques and booster scholarships, and support all the 25 sports teams at Berlin High School. The BHS Athletic Booster Association is looking for new parent members to join us in support of the student athletes of Berlin High School. Monthly meetings will be held in person on the first Tuesday of each month. Next meeting is September 7th, 2021. Feel free to contact me for more information at betrimus@comcast.net. Win, lose, or draw, we are proud of all the student athletes and the fact that you chose to play a sport and continue to play during your time in high school. Wear the sweatshirt proudly, you've earned it. Thank you for your time, and let's go Berlin.